What's happening, Mafia? What's going on, everybody? We got Michael, Jesse, Tyler in the house, Ola's in the house, Daily Dose in the house, Jason Lung's in the house. We got the OGs, we got the new Gs, we got everybody here, man. I love it. Alan, how you doing, man? My crew. All right. Hirsch, what's happening? How you guys and gals doing, man? So what do we got here? Everything's going well, Michael. Everything's going well. Hope you're doing well too. Everybody's all right. It looks like everybody's in the party here. Well, everybody else will filter in. They'll join in. Things are quiet, obviously, now recently with the lockout too, so there's a lot less people joining the lives and stuff like that. And we're also in the holiday season too, so I'm not surprised if we don't get a ton of people. But it's good having you all on here. Do one more live on Wednesday, and then we'll have off on Christmas, and I'll do another one on the following Wednesday. So, but really enjoy. Good. Yeah, we enjoyed it. Wednesday was awesome. Wednesday was awesome, man. I'm glad you're all a part of it. And Winfield. Yes, we did. Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield's dude's an awesome guy. Awesome guy. Did I apply yet? What am I missing? Hold on. What am I missing? Did I apply? Oh, you're talking about Jason Long. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the breaking news, the Mets hired Buck Showalter as their new manager on a 3-year deal. I think it's a good move for them. As much as a lot of us wanted him to come here as a manager, he didn't, obviously. But, I don't think there was any way he was going to take a Yankees coaching job over being a Mets manager. So I could see that. And the dude's he's an old school manager. He's very experienced. And, the team has a lot of experienced players, too. So I think he's going to be a good fit. And he was also Max Scherzer's preferred choice. So Max Scherzer clearly has juice already in that organization. So the dude's he's got street cred already, which is crazy. Yeah. Capo has spoken. That's right. Rest somebody day by day. Yeah, exactly, Jason. I mean, and resting is key. I mean, but the thing. And Paris, what's happening? Lori, how are you? Kern 15 is here too. What's happening, crew? Rest. I mean, as being a former competitive athlete, I think consistent rest is a good thing. Even if it's one day a week, instead of having somebody get either hurt or burned out and then having to give them a whole long period of time. Consistent rest, even if you're rotating between Judge and Stanton and Gallo and whoever else, is a good thing. That way they're not having to. They're getting consistent rest while they're playing as well. So it's a good cycle to have. Michael, give us these 5 moves. You thought of 5 moves that the Yankees could make to salvage their offseason. Let's get them. Let's get them. Come on, Michael. Let's hear it, baby. All right, what do we got? Trade for Montez and Manea, Frankie Montez and Sean Manea. Ooh, 2 pitchers. All right, I like that. Re-sign Rizzo, Rodón, trade for Brian Reynolds, and sign Andrelton Simmons. So you want 3 starting pitchers in here. That's some serious depth right there in starting pitching. Can never have too much starting pitching, man. And then, well, at that point, you probably wouldn't be able to sign Olsen because if you're getting Montez and Manea, you're going to give up a boatload. I don't know if they'll have enough to trade for Brian Reynolds at that point. They might. And obviously, if you have Rizzo there first base or Olsen, then I can see them going for Simmons or whoever they don't trade to Oakland. Like if it's Oswaldo Cabrera or Oswald Peraza, I can see them getting a shot at shortstop instead of Simmons. So I can definitely see that. What else we got here, Michael? Where's the ownership on it? Yeah, looks like it. I mean, they made some minor moves, obviously bringing in Ciarte, bringing in another reliever, and then making these low-risk, potential, significant reward moves right now. And but again, keep in mind, Red Sox, with the exception of trading Hunter Renfroe and bringing back Jackie Bradley Jr., they haven't done anything. They also have an outfield spot available, which makes me nervous because I think they could fill that outfield spot with, Seiya Suzuki. So the Dodgers are down Scherzer. They're down Corey Seager. They haven't done anything either. I expect them to be busy. I also expect the Yankees to be busy. We mentioned this the other day, too. Like, Yankees did have offers out to Verlander and Simeon, and had they been exercised and accepted, they would have been over $270 million for the payroll. So the willingness to spend was there. I just hope that it's here on the other side now, too. And just to kind of put that a little bit in deeper perspective, like if the threshold was 210 and they got to 270 after resetting, they'd have to pay a 20% penalty on anything over 210. So 20% penalty, if they got up to 270, would have been $12 million. Let's say it bumps up to 240 and they're at 270, then it's a 20% on the 30 million, which is only $6 million. So it's $6 million less penalty with a higher threshold of payroll. So I'm really curious to see how much higher the payroll threshold goes. I know the union wants 240, so I'll be curious to see how close the owners are willing to go there. They're talking about 215 or 220, so they're gonna have to compromise. Maybe it's gonna be 230, something like that. But I'm curious to see where that's gonna go. The Mets have the Mets made some good moves. Yes, Steve Cohen's very serious about being a top team in New York. He's dead serious. So, and I got to give him credit. So, yeah, and hit that like button if you haven't yet. It's really helpful to the channel, so I appreciate you. And IG here, what's happening? Love you too. Family movie night. Well, welcome, family. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Where are you at? And IG here, where are you located? Welcome to the Mafia here. Welcome to movie night, and hopefully we'll entertain you, and we'll have a good time. So, Max got Max Scherzer's got some pull over there already, man. But it's hard to go wrong with Buck Showalter, and he's still sharp too. So, yeah. With my son, I don't have any son in IG here. No, I don't have any sons. I did a live stream with a couple young YouTubers, and a collaboration with a couple young YouTubers. So I think that's what you might be talking about. But I don't have any sons. I have 2 young daughters. But I still appreciate you being on here. The DH also, I think, needs to be a kind of a rotating position. Alternating between DH and off days will help keep those bigger guys healthy. So, and not compromise their offense potential. T-Bird's in the house. What's happening? Ryan, U.S. Navy. Yes, Ryan, thank you. Thank you for your service. I've got Marines and Navy in my family, a whole bunch of them. So thank you, Ryan. Should the Yankees sign Chris Bryant? I would not rule it out. I don't think it's a good idea to rule out Chris Bryant because he could be. And again, if they move, let's just say they don't sign a shortstop, right? And they move Gio over as a stopgap shortstop, and then if they have Oswaldo Peraza or Oswaldo Cabrera, they could be the super utility guy as well, filling positions. And then let's just say Chris Bryant comes in for third base, but he could also play first. He could play outfield. So his versatility is key. I would not rule out Chris Bryant, Jesse. Not even a little. He could be good here. Saliva gummies keeping me up for this one, boss. Saliva gummies. I love it. Franchise in the house. Franchise. Trade for Contreras, promote Peraza, sign Rizzo, trade for Chris Bassett. Another solid offseason. And in that situation, you get your first baseman, you get a starting pitcher, a catcher, and a shortstop. Yeah, I mean, all holes of need, positions of need. So, no doubt about it. Correa. I think so. Correa, I don't know if you heard this, he turned down a 10-year, $270 or $275 million deal from the Tigers. So, and apparently, he's going for, I think, to beat Lindors, who was with 10 years, $341 million. So I think he's trying to beat that. Cohen and Bo, yes, they are. Hello. Yes, they're going to bond well. That's a good hire for Steve Cohen. He wants somebody with experience to kind of steer that ship. So I totally get it. Yeah, last time Hal spoke, he spoke about the soccer franchise, not even the Yankee franchise. I know, it's ridiculous. Trade Chapman to free up some money. I could see that happening. I could see a team who thinks they're one reliever away to make an offer for Chapman. And if you want them to take the entire salary, which is only 1 more year, then you might have to attach a prospect. But I would be okay with that. Ravi. Hey, Ravi. Correa decline was, 10-275. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's going to be more. It's going to be upwards of 350 plus, I'm going to guess. So, Yanks sign Brady and get some calls. Some of the calls their way. Yeah, Udall. Yeah. Exactly, Udall. Exactly. What do I think of packaging Sanchez in a deal for Contreras? Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Yes. It would have to be Sanchez and probably a prospect or something like that over. They both have 1 year of control left before they're both free agents in arbitration. So I would, and to me, Contreras represents an upgrade. I mean, his ceiling offensively is not as high, but he's a more consistent offensively outputting catcher, and he's just a better game caller and a better defensive catcher. So I take the catching side upgrade. And with this, Yankees have enough power in the offense already to withstand the loss of potential, power from Gary Sanchez. So I want a catcher that pitchers want to throw to. All of them. So unfortunately, Sanchez is not the guy. So, yeah, they had, I don't know about an offer to Seager, but I know they had that $25 million, Tyler. I don't know. They had a $25 million for Verlander and then a $20+ million for 6 years to Seager. I mean, to Simeon. So I haven't heard anything about Seager, but would I be surprised? No. Yeah. Who else we got? Correa. Ravi. You don't like you have Michael, thank you for your service too, Navy, man. All right, hoorah. Hoorah, man. Showalter that's my fear franchise. Showalter will get us title before Boone does. That's my, it's one reason why they have to be really aggressive once this lockout ends. Be smart now. Get some depth pieces. And I like the potential depth pieces they're bringing in. They're low risk right now in minor league signings, but they could potentially have an impact. So, Big boy, Freeman and Story for a price of Correa. Yeah, they can get, exactly. They can get both for either equal or less than Correa is going to cost. Exactly. And this is what I'm talking about, big boy. Yankees have a lot of holes to fill. So, a lot of positions. Jason, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think a team is either going to go 10 or 350 or 8 and 300, which will be $37.5 million per for Correa, a higher annual salary. So I think in one way or another, he wants to be either, that biggest contract or bigger than Lindor, or the most in a season for an offensive player. 37.5 will do that for him. So, having a top prospect on my channel, nice. Gonna ask what inside moves he knows about. Cool, hello. That's cool, man. I'm working on some stuff to try to get some special guests over here, so I'm gonna keep you all updated on that as well. Tyler, thank you, bro. Thank you for the super chat, Don. I appreciate you, man. Always a pleasure. I appreciate you. Contreras, Suzuki, Olsen in the pitcher, Rodon, Jonathan Villar. Villar's another one. He'd be a versatile player, low-key guy, and Correa. Man, that would be a monster season. You get your catcher, your center fielder, your first baseman, starting pitcher, your shortstop. That's an off season right there, man. And a utility guy in Villar. I like that, Tyler. Marcel, thank you as well so much. Both of you. You guys are awesome. Merry Christmas to you. Merry and happy to everybody, no matter what you're celebrating. Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever holiday you're celebrating. Merry and happy. Mason and everyone and healthy. 2022 to all. How do you feel about Curtis Granderson being a bench coach or Cashman advisor? I would like that. He's a pro, consummate professional who's a great player. He's a great teammate. He's a very knowledgeable player. He's also very influential in the players' union. So I could see him coming over to the coaching side and making a difference. And I think Boone would be wise to have, or better off having, somebody with that kind of baseball acumen next to him or in the front office or whatnot. The team would be better, or the franchise would be better either way with Granderson. So I'm fully supportive of a Granderson coming on board. But both of you guys, thank you again for the dono. Dono hype and love for you guys. I appreciate you. How many years of control does Bobby Dahlbeck have for Boston? It's a lot. Yeah. Several. Yeah, that's why you'd have to, big boy, you're right, because that's why the Yankees would have to give up a Oswald Peraza or an Oswaldo Cabrera or something like that, because they have a ton of years of control, up to 5, 6, 7 years of control, just like Bobby Dahlbeck. So, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dahlbeck's up now, but they're going to have to give at least one guy like that for Olsen. Even though Olsen only has 2 years, his value is going to bring back a couple of guys with several years of control, even pre-ARB and all that stuff. So, most definitely. Joe Pena, Correa, Suzuki, Chapman, another monster. You're talking about Matt Chapman, right? That'd be a monster off season too. You get your shortstop, you get your first baseman, you get your center fielder, you get your third baseman. Right there. Total offensive revamp, too. You'd add so much firepower to that offense. It would be completely insane. I like it. I heard third base Seager. Kyle Seager. I'm not sure if the Yankees have put out an offer to Kyle or Corey. But he's another one that could be an underrated option. He's going to cost a heck of a lot less than Chris Bryant would. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought him in for third base and moved Gio to shortstop either. So I wouldn't be surprised. So if they use Gio in a trade for Olsen and a pitcher, and then you can bring up Peraza if they don't sign a shortstop or something like that, and then you bring in a Seager over there third. So you could do that too. And he's still got a lot of baseball left in him. But again, don't know hype and love for you guys. Tyler and Marcel, you're the best. The best. Appreciate you. Judge will go to the Mets. No, I don't think Judge is going to go to the Mets. I'd be surprised. That's why the Yankees need to either lock him up now or trade him. So they have to do something. They got to have the upper hand here, and they don't have it right now, unfortunately. So the lockout, I mean, all we're hearing is that they're going to be extending discussions, having to start to really, really go be aggressive with the negotiations in January. So hopefully they'll come to a resolution sooner than later, but that's what we're hearing right now is January. They're going to pick things up quite a bit. I'm sure they're talking right now, but they're miles apart from each other, Fritz, and that's unfortunate. So I would expect it to end no earlier than January or February. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope they finish it sooner than later, because the later it goes, the less time teams are going to have to fill out their rosters, think with players, and think guys are going to just be coming off like hotcakes. So that's where the Yankees could get their butts kicked in that regard. So they need to be aggressive one way or another. The Mets add Matt Chapman and Sean Moran. That would be crazy. I don't know if they have the pieces farm-wise to do it, Mike Moran, but I at this point, I don't see them. I wouldn't be surprised at anything they pull off, because he's aggressive and they can figure out a way to make it happen. So just like they did last year with Lindor and Carlos Carrasco. I didn't expect the pitcher to come with him, so I did not. Curious how much of these Rodon to Yankees rumors have truth to them. I think a combination franchise. I mean, the Yankees would be well. I just did a video about it too, and I said the criteria for me to bring to Rodon is to have multiple guys in long relief and to bring in another starting pitcher as well. You need to put. He's not an innings-eating guy like Cole, so you need to put him in the best position to stay healthy. So long relief guys and another starter, so the pressure is less on him. So it's possible. And we're hearing speculation too about his wife, tweeting that hearing something about the Yankees being interested in him. And I'm not surprised that the Yankees are interested in him. They're interested in everybody. So and saying that she would love to find out when the lockout's over and know that they're interested. So it shows that there's mutual interest at the very least. But again, it's coming from his wife and not him. So, I take it with a grain of salt. But would I be surprised if he came here? No. I just don't know how much he's going to get. I don't think he's going to get $100 million. So, I don't think he'll sign with the Mets, Judge. I'd be surprised. Energy here. Fritz, I'm with you. I hope that Cashman has some dominoes set up to fall. 100%, man. My offseason, I don't really care either, Tyler, at this point about payroll. How the payroll is such a much smaller part of their overall revenues now than it was before. They need to spend. They need to spend, especially with the payroll going down $100 million over the next 4 or 5 years. Now's the time to spend with the depth and the talent in this free agency class. They need to do that, and it'll give them position to kind of ease in guys like Volpe and Peraza and some of these other guys. Gives them time to continue to develop and infuse them the right way, and even some of their pitching prospects. But again, I would be drafting pitchers and catchers in the high rounds the next 5 years, every single year, if I were them. But yeah, I mean, payroll. I mean, they're swimming in money. They can't cry poverty without any kind of credibility. So, well, I agree too, Michael Mazza. I'm kind of the same opinion. The only way I make a deal with Oakland is if I'm getting Matt Olson and like a pitcher or somebody, or if Olson and Chapman or Olson and the pitcher, or in my fantasy where we add Matt Olson and Sean Murphy, the catcher. But I agree with you. It should be Olson and somebody else. Ender and Ciarte and Suzuki, 2 center field, good and Korean Brazil. Yeah, I like the NCRT. signing. I think he'll be good depth. I think he'll, secure a spot later on and on the 40-man. And that depth, he's a good defensive outfielder. He's a good size. He's a 3-time All-Star. He's a Gold Glover too. And, they're out. I mean, Greg Allen's out and Tyler Wade's out. So they need guys like this. So I could see them making a couple more minor league signings as well. And there's a Jimmy Cordero. I think they brought in a reliever as well, a hard-throwing sinker ball, kind of ground ball-inducing reliever to add with some of those types of guys they have already. So another potential low-key, low-risk, but high-reward signings. And I think Matt Blake will do a good job. And their hitting coaches will do a good job as well. I'm with you too, NYC Vids. I think the Yankees will make some big moves when the lockout's done. I think, probably one big signing and maybe 2 big trades or something like that. I hope more than that, but we'll see. Clayton Holmes, Clay Holmes, man, Jesse. He's another one of those hard-throwing sinker ball type guys. He was an absolute gem find for the Yankees when they traded, and we didn't want them to trade Hoyt Park, but this was a clutch get for them in return, and I think he's got 3 more years too before he becomes a free agent. So that's fantastic. Howard would have to hate me as a GM, but I want $350, $400 million payroll, dude. Honestly, even a $300 million payroll is about half of their overall revenues. And in the early 2000s, I actually did a video on this. In the early 2000s, their payroll was up anywhere between 50 and 70% of their overall revenues. Now they're down between 20 and 30. So they're just pocketing boatloads of profit, swimming in revenue. So there's no reason why they can't go that high. I understand they don't want to pay the luxury tax. And if it bumps up to 240 or so, I could see them more willing to do that because the penalty hit will be less. But this is the time to invest right now. And again, with money coming off the payroll, get these guys in the stable, man. So I'm with you there, Tyler, man, 100%. I'm hoping Cashman's busy laying the groundwork too, man. I really do, Hirsch. I hope he was laying some foundation prior to the lockout. I know they can't do anything right now in terms of negotiating wise, but I hope that they're, he's put some stuff out there and he's ready to pounce when the stupid lockout's over. I really do. I really, really do. If Oakland sees our division competitors waiting for Olsen, then they're going to ask us for a bunch. They're going to ask us for a bunch anyway, big boys, no doubt. And I could see the hesitation with Olsen. I mean, he's going to get a haul no matter where he goes. Like Oakland's going to get a haul for him. So, and again, my fear is that he could go to Boston, he can go to Tampa. They both have the need, they both have the willingness and the players to get him. But my dark horse, and I've said this, is the Marlins too. They can offer more than pretty much anybody, major league and minor league level. Judge signed to the Mets. We buy my first Mets shirt. Yeah. No, I get your franchise. I'd be shocked if he did, but crazy things have happened. Gitmo Bob. Well, that's the thing, too. Gitmo, like, I wouldn't have the expectation of him going long into games. But again, if they're going to bring in a guy like that, I mean, I would rather trade for Chris Bassett instead of a sign of Rodon just to get more reliable innings. But at the same time, I would have Severino, Nestor Cortez, and Michael King in long relief until they prove that they're ready for a starting rotation spot. There's no way I'm handing any of them guys a rotation spot right now, especially Severino with all the setbacks. And so, and I would let Nestor Cortez continue building up his arm endurance, and Michael King's versatility is key. So they could spot start, no doubt about it. But like a guy like that, like I said, like a Rodon has got to be conditioned. You have to have long relief guys, and I've been pushing for a 6-man rotation for a long time, but happens, man. Hola. Once this is all over, we should do a video on rating Yankees offseason. Oh, I definitely will. Hola. There's no doubt about it. That's happening. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Carl, are the owners and the union even talking right now? They're talking, Carl, but they're still miles apart from each other. And what we're hearing from at least the owners is they're going to be really, really aggressive right at the turn of the new year. So I don't know why they can't be that right now, but they are miles apart from each other, and they're just both swimming in greed and power and stuff. So at some point, both sides are going to need to compromise, and like cooler heads are going to have to prevail. So like, guys, the longer you guys do this, the worse you're making it for yourselves, and you're screwing the fans over. So come on. At some point, let's be realistic. How much is too much? How much is enough? I mean, you know. So that's the way. That's the way I take on it. But I'll definitely be grading. So, but they are talking, Carl. D. Boston needs a first baseman also. Yes, bidding could be. Yes, it could be D. 100%. Unless they bring back Kyle Schwarber, bidding could be contentious, and that's why I worry about Tampa and Boston getting a guy like Matt Olson. Yeah. I mean, the Yankees. I think the Yankees have to make a decision. Like, make their best offer for Olson. If he turns it down, you got to pivot to Rizzo immediately and bring back Rizzo. Would I be offended or upset if they brought back Rizzo? No, not at all. He was great here, and he loved playing here. So, but Olson's obviously, I like him being 5 years younger. He's a better offensive player, and he's just as good defensively. So he's a super duper star. And so, but if they don't, if it doesn't happen, then you got to do what you got to do. So they should daily dose. I'm 100% with you. They should blow past it right now. Absolutely. Should have no issues with it at all, especially, again, with the payroll dropping next couple of years. Spend. Get the guys in now. Invest in your product. Invest in your team. If no moves are made to better team plan to play, Rockies get experience. Yeah. Rookies get, absolutely. If you're not going to spend, you got to give your young prospects a chance. You have to. Absolutely. We need quality and contact. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I know, poor Hal. I know, I get it. It's ridiculous. And the Yankees are printing money. Why try and keep King and Holmes, or would you see one? I would keep both right now, big boy. Michael King and Clay Holmes, I would keep both. Valuable finds. Unless somebody's willing to overpay, it's the only way I'm moving. Either one. I mean, if you can get Olson and a starting pitcher and not have to give up Peraza or somebody like that, then I would be willing to move a Michael King or somebody like that. That to me is interchangeable, but I don't know. Now you know what's going on, Hal, in the family pot. Yeah, they're swimming in money, Gitmo. Swimming in it. It's ridiculous. At least George Steinbrenner spent. He invested in his team. That's when he bought the Yankees for like $10 million, and he turned them into a $4 billion franchise. Now they have the network. They're worth like $10 billion, which is ridiculous. So they cannot cry poverty at all. They can't. And I agree, too. He's not an elite offensive player, Richard. Correa has never had a monster offensive season. He clutch, another story. He is absolutely money in the postseason. No doubt about it. But I personally, I don't think the Yankees should be giving him $300 million. I just don't want him with the Yankees. Boston's Tristan Casas to play first base. Well, that's true too, Samuel, but they might use Casas in a trade for Olson. I probably don't see them getting Olson without using Casas. So highly rated prospect, but that's what I mean. The Yankees going to give up highly rated prospects, so the Boston Red Sox, so the Tampa Bay Rays. It's the only way you're going to get Matt Olson. He's an absolute superstar. Am I crazy? Does Robbie Ray feel like the move we should have made? I agree, Ryan, 100%. You're not crazy. I would have brought Robbie Ray here, absolutely. And he got a lot less than I thought. 5 years, $115. I thought he was going to get 150, even more than that. So he got a good, team got him on a team-friendly deal. Rizzo and Reynolds, I'd be pretty happy with too, Fritz. Brian Reynolds would be phenomenal here. Joseph, the Yankees are printing money, man. They are printing money. Robbie Ray could be the next Patrick Cory. He could be. He could be. And if he is, then the Yankees dodged a bullet. So most definitely. Never made more than 26 home runs, never 15 stolen bases. Yeah, 100 RBIs. That's what I mean. And he's missed time too, Richard. 100%. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Herman to the Cubs. And I could see Domingo Herman going to the Cubs for a Contreras. Yeah. I could see that. I mean, if there's any way, like, you can combine Herman and Sanchez and maybe another prospect and try to get Contreras and Ian Happ over here. That might be something worth looking into. Gitmo George isn't spinning. He's twirling, spinning, and doing cartwheels besides pulling his head. That's right, Jason. That's right. I swear I remember you. Look at fantasy algorithms and logic, right? Who is this person making all these comments? Yankees need Olsen to put him. Yeah, Joseph, I'm with you there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, him in between those two power guys. Oh man, be phenomenal. 99 All-Star game. I haven't seen it yet, but I will be watching it. I have a few days off coming, so I'll be watching several baseball things. Big boy. I mean, I watched it when they were playing in '99, but I have to watch it again. There's no doubt about it. It's been too long. 27, 28 roster. I would agree. I think it would be a good idea to add 1 or 2 roster players. I agree with that one. Okay, my Bob. I agree with that. T-Bird. Either first baseman. Yeah, T-Bird, same. The Yankees signed Rizzo. They need to have a strong shortstop. If they get Olsen, they can live with a weaker shortstop. I mean, Rizzo and Olsen are both defensively elite. So either one, if they brought back, I would be fine using Oswald Peraza because he's major league elite already with the glove. So, but I agree. But we do need elite defense at first base and good solid production, preferably from the left-handed side, and both of them do that. So, but I'm with you there. Confident in the new hitting coach. I am too, Jesse. I think it was a good move with the hitting coach. I like it. They still have 2 coaches to go, or maybe 3. DJ, Judge, Olsen, Stanton, Gallo, pitcher's nightmare. Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be. And imagine adding like Seiya Suzuki above DJ at leadoff, or Brian Reynolds above. Then you do Reynolds, DJ second, Judge third, Olsen fourth, Stanton fifth, Gallo sixth. Like that's monster. That's absolute beast mode right there, Joseph. That would definitely be a pitcher's nightmare. They would hate to see that. Oof. Heart palpitations and making guys throw 100 pitches through the 4th inning and getting them out of there. That's the lineup they need to have. Those types of guys. That's what the older lineups used to do. They used to get pitchers out of there, 100 pitches in the 4th inning, and getting out of there. Yeah, Richard, I'm with you too. Bringing that minor league hitting coach. I think some of the top prospects will come up that he did some good work with, if they're not traded for bigger players. And do a video grading baseball broadcasters. Let me see what I can come up with, Hillel. It's not a bad idea. How much would the Yankees have to give it for Olsen if they take on Andrews' contract? If they took on Andrews' contract, maybe they can get away with not giving up Oswald Peraza. I mean, if you're going to take that much money on, then, one less prospect, one less top prospect. So that's the way I see it. You're going to be helping the A's one way or another. So thank you, Hillel. I think it's important to engage the people that are participating in the videos, man. And I appreciate that. Oh, no. Once Hillel, this gets to 10,000 subs, I'm going to do it. This gets to 25,000 subs, I'm going to do it. So I'm not going to forget where I came from. I don't think it's a good idea. And, and again, this channel is about you. It's not about me. So, and that's one of I think it's important for kind of continually to grow on YouTube, and especially doing live streams like this. I think it's important to acknowledge the people that help you get there. So, and just so you guys know, I have a video. I'll leak it right now. But my channel just broke hit its 1 millionth view. So I got 1 million views on the channel. So hit the milestone yesterday. Well, late last night or this morning. So as a personal note, I wanted to say thank you. I have a video going over tomorrow, but I wanted to say thank you to all of you for helping make that possible. So I can't thank you enough. I can't let you know how grateful I am to all of you. 1 million views, man. I never thought we would get there. Honestly, I really did. So I'm really grateful that we are. And maybe one day we'll get a video to 1 million views. So we'll see. We'll see. But 10,000. I want to get to 100,000 subscribers in the next couple of years too, if I can. We'll see if that happens as well. Daily Dose. I've already started the process of reaching out to a couple of people that are Yankee related. So if I do get a yes, then it would be pretty cool. So, and then I'll go from there. But I have already done some preliminary reaching out. So, maybe you never know. Somebody might say yes and come on as a guest. If they do, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So, but yeah, I think it would be fun. And, we have a loyal following here. We have a loyal crew. So, and, I think it'd be pretty cool. So, 1 million, man. 1 million views. Thank you, Jason, too. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, Dominic. Thank you. 1 million views, man. It's check it out. I'll even show you. I took a, because I was surprised myself. New achievement. 1 million views. 1 million freaking views. So that's awesome. I mean, cool. I'm very excited about that. And again, it's thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of you. So, yeah, a milli, baby. What do I think the top 5 richest teams in MLB? Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Red Sox, and probably the Washington Nationals, especially when they have ridiculous wealthy owners. So yeah. No, iPhone and IG here. iPhone. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Thank you, Butters. I appreciate that. So it was pretty cool. It popped up on a notification. I was very excited about it. And I can't believe it. I really can't. Oh, it's kind of cool. The Yankees losing. I don't know if they're losing fans to the Mets even. Well, let me put it this way. I mean, I think there's some fans that are probably rooting for the Mets and the Yankees now that may have just been rooting for the Yankees before. But would I be surprised if some people switched? No, I would not. Especially with the way that they're kind of running the team now, and they have their own George Steinbrenner. So, and that's something we've grown up being spoiled to enjoy, and now the Mets fans are going to enjoy that. So, I'd be surprised now, but I'm proud of them. I'm proud of what Cohen's doing. But thank you guys. 1 billion would be freaking awesome. Thank you, Kyle. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Sell my bathwater on your website. My bathwater. You're crazy, man. I'm kind of crazy. You're crazy. Torres come back here in 2020. I hope so, and I hope the same for Joey Gallo. I hope they both have a great year. I really do. Yankees, well, that's true too, Rick. Yo, I'm with you there. I am with you there. True Yankee fans would never cross over. That's right. OGs, I bleed Yankees. I'm happy for the Mets, but I'm never going to be a Met fan in a million years. No. The Yankees make a major move to the lockout. What is the move? If the major move to me would be a YouTube plaque comes. Yeah, let me think of the major move, Michael. Would it be a Matt Olson trade or a Seiya Suzuki signing? That would be, I think, the first domino to fall that can lead to other dominoes falling. One of those. YouTube plaque, you get a YouTube plaque when you get 100,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping to get that at some point as well. 100 million views would be freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. But yeah, 100,000 subscribers, and then you can apply for it, and then YouTube will, they analyze, they research it to confirm and whatnot, and then, but that's the first level of milestones for plaque for YouTube. So there's a couple of guys like Fuzzy. He's got like 350,000 subscribers. So there's a couple. But that's definitely something in the back of my mind I would love to get at some point. So good when both New York teams. Oh God, yeah, it is great when both New York City teams do well. Absolutely, not only for revenue, just for competitive spirit, just everything. So I like when when they both play well too. NIG here, you're crazy. Bathwater for you're nuts. You're funny. Showalter, I think is a low, underrated, very impactful signing for the Mets, Steven. That to me is a big one. I think they got a really, really good pick for manager. Really good pick. So Mets are the little brother that always. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, they're learning how to run in their own shoes now. But yeah, Tyler, bro, thank you again. I appreciate you. In my opinion, Torres, Sanchez, and Hicks need to be gone. I don't disagree. At all. I mean, if they somehow get Bad Dog, I don't know, sub-wise. I'm not sure. I'll look at that. But if they somehow get Wilson Contreras, I can see them moving on from or trading Sanchez somewhere who might need a DH or something. I could see that happening. But Torres, I think I could see him being packaged in a trade, which would make it easy to just put DJ at second, where he's more natural. Hicks, I would agree too. They signed Seiya Suzuki, then I think Hicks is definitely gone. So we'll see. Would I be surprised if they had him starting center field? And no, but I don't think he's the answer anymore. He's a shell of his former self. But Tyler, again, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Whiteboard or blackboard, almost win a trade. I've done that before, Steven. I'll get it back out once I get my YouTube room downstairs, once the addition gets put on my house. And I'm also working on some other things, how to get some player highlights, some of my videos and stuff like that. I'm learning, but I'm doing it all on the fly myself. So, and that stuff's coming too. And I'll have an intro video as well too. So those things are coming. Those things are coming to spruce up the videos. But at the end of the day, that type of stuff is meaningless to me unless the content is good. So I want to make sure the content is good first and foremost. So if you have shit content, but that stuff is fluffy, it's not going to really do much for the channel. So the content's got to be good all the time. But I like the whiteboard and the blackboard, no doubt about it. We do have some pitching, Hirsch, in the pipeline. Yeah, Hill, Medina, Waldachuk, Hayden Wisniewski, yep. Randy Vasquez. I mean, there are some guys, and I hope that they continue to develop them well. I really do. So Betances, I would not be surprised. I mentioned him a while back, maybe a week ago, for a minor league deal as well. He could have an impact. He was, unpredictable here, or inconsistent, but when he was on, he was absolutely unstoppable. So I would not be offended if they brought Betances back. Not even a little. And I would do it on a minor league deal, and I would do it early, soon, because someone else will jump on it. Signing Buck, yeah, man. Big move for the Mets. Big move for the Mets. Showalter's definitely a good move. Some prospects lined up. I can let them know about you as well. Yeah, please do, hello. And I appreciate that, bud. Willie Adams from the Brews. Yeah, it's a shortstop. I've heard about him recently in talks, potentially for a void or something like that. I mean, he could be an option too. Seriously, need to show you the clubs the Yankees are really. Yeah, exactly, Jason. Yankees got to do something because right now they're the Bronx Country Club. They're not the Bronx Zoo, man. They're not. So, I'll be president of baseball ops. Yeah. Yeah. Frame yourself as the wannabe, very perceptive Yankee fan. If you want to get up there, you should start having some whiteboard. Yeah, I mean, well, I'd rather be a very perceptive Yankee fan than a wannabe perceptive Yankee fan. So, and we do, a lot of us on here, we do our homework. So we're pretty knowledgeable fans here. And you remember when I had less than 1,000? So do I, William. So do I, man. And it took me a while. It took me a year to get to 1,000. And then it's just starting to grow. So, I mean, there's a chance I could get to 7,000 by the end of the year. I'm at like 6,600 now. So I would love to do that. So if you're not subscribed and you're on here right now, please do that. It's really helpful. And I would love to get there. I really would before the end of the year. But we'll see. I definitely want to get to 10,000 before the summertime. So that's the next big major milestone. So who won the Yankees are going to get? I think the Yankees are going to get either Matt Olson or Seiya Suzuki. I would love for them to get both. But Suzuki team seems to me is a guy the Yankees should get. Definitely should get. He makes Hicks expendable, but I would get Suzuki. And again, you can even move Gallo to center field. He played really well in center field with Texas and when he was here. And you can have Seiya play left field. I mean, Suzuki play left field. You can do that too. A's want Dominguez or Volpe. Well, they're going to ask for them, no doubt about it. I would move Dominguez if it's Olson and Frankie Montas or Olson and Sean Murphy. But I wouldn't be padding a lot of people after Dominguez. And that's going to limit the amount of people I'm going to give with Dominguez. Volpe, I'm not giving for anybody. So, but you're right, Kat. I mean, it's going to be conditional of the Yankees extending Olson because I don't think they're going to trade for Olson and not extend him. So that's the other thing too. Worst case scenario, Hicks starting center when he tears ACL. See, that's the other thing, Florial. I mean, at this point, like if they bring in another center field like Suzuki or someone else, then it's a sign to me that they're not confident in Florial handling the place. But when he was up here, he played pretty well. So I wouldn't hesitate to give him an opportunity, even as the fourth outfielder. And I like him. He's an aggressive player, bats from the left side. He's fast. He's got a good arm defensively. And he's got a nice bat. So, and he's a young, dynamic player. I mean, so I would be fine if they didn't bring in a center fielder if they gave him a shot. But got to give him a legit shot, not a 1 or 2 week opportunity. You keep him up here for a while, give him a chance. So, and playing him once a week or once every 10 days is not a chance. That's not a chance. It's really hard to. And I've said this before. This isn't Little League. Okay, this is the major leagues. You can't play once every 10 days or so and expect to have your timing there and be sharp and facing guys like Max Scherzer and Jacob DeGrom. It's impossible. It's impossible. So again, they got to give him a legitimate chance. Where's Voit stand in all this? So Voit, I mean, still their Yankees. He's still their first baseman. There's been spec about him maybe being as a trade candidate to the Brewers. And if they do a Voit for Willie Adams, I mean that's decent because he could be a shortstop here for a couple of years too. So he's a solid player. But again, he could be also going a package for Matt Olson because he's cheaper and he's got an extra controllable year than Olson does. And if he's healthy, that offense is just as good as Olson's is. So I could see that. But the Brewers were interested in him. So my 2 teams that would be a prime trade candidates for him would be the Brewers and the A's. Hicks, again, I think is expendable at this point. He's a shell of himself. So I think bringing in somebody for shortstop, for center field would be a good idea. At the very least, make him earn that back. Make recap. Yeah, I'll definitely make recaps. I'm either going to do recaps after every game, or recaps after each series. But I'm going to be doing recaps, and as well as other videos too. So the community is definitely now Daily Dose. Absolutely, the Yankee fan community has a very knowledgeable group of people. They're passionate. They know their stuff. I mean, that's one reason I love being on this live stream with everybody because everybody makes good comments, intelligent comments, and they bring good insight. And that's one reason I like engaging with you guys and gals. Take back Mike Moustakas from the Reds in a trade for Castillo. If you can get Castillo, then yeah, I would absorb Moustakas, but it's got to come with Castillo. The Reds might have to eat some of that money, but he'd be okay with me. But obviously, to get there is Castillo. Stick and buck, but yes, they did. Hirsch, yes, they did. Yes, sir. Half-hour video about how you almost died, even though the doctor said nothing was wrong with you. If you're watching this, I have no plan of stopping. Half-hour video about how you almost died, even though the doctor said nothing was wrong with you. Oh. I get you right. Yeah. Yeah. Now I get it. It took me a second, but let me see what I can come up with. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Who's a real perceptive Yankee fan or is a pretend? Yeah, exactly, Billy. Exactly. I mean, I think pretty much everybody on here is a perceptive Yankee fan. We know our stuff, and I'm not here to compete either with other people. I know more than you. I know more. We all know our shit. We're on here, so this is not a competition. This is a channel for everybody to enjoy, and this is not for me to fill my ego all the time either. What's the point of that? That doesn't do anything for the channel. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't need that. So, Dodgers. I could see Dodgers getting Freeman, yes, and the Braves. I could see the Braves getting Olsen too. Suzuki goes to the Yankees. I could see all of those, William. All 3, all of them. Ryan, I'm still laughing at you. What you said, Ryan. Oh my God. Did I participate in the No Nut November? My son lasted for only 6 days. No Nut November. What in the world? MG. You make these crazy comments. Michael, yeah, Gallo does strike out a lot. Hopefully, the new hitting coach can work with that. And if Sanchez stays here, hopefully he works with Sanchez and Torres. I hope he works with these guys if those guys stay here and makes those improvements to make them better hitters. Cole, Tyon, Montgomery, and Domingo, who would be our 5th starter? Herman might be the 5th starter. You still have Luis Hill. And I see them getting another start and pushing Tyon and Monty back anyway. So I see them getting another starter one way or another. Whether it's through trade or free agency, I still see one happening. Dominic, I'm with you too about never staying healthy. Hicks. Yeah, that's why the Yankees, I mean, if I were them, I'd be bringing in somebody. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Really, no doubt about it. Contreras has pissed the Cubs aside. Yeah, I mean, they signed Yan Gomes for a couple of years, so I mean, it's a perfect opportunity for the Yankees to pounce, and he would be a good one to get here. And again, pitchers love throwing to that guy, so I would be investigating at the very least. He's looking for, they're gonna, chop 100%. They're gonna get a ransom for Olsen and some of those other guys, for anybody. So, from anybody, but they're gonna get a ransom one way or another for Olsen, and deservedly so. That guy's a beast. Volpe definitely untouchable, Joseph. I'm with you 100%. No, I know what you mean, Steven. I get it. You have to want to be. I was in general responding to someone else, but want to be president of baseball. Yeah, you're right about that. He doesn't want to be president of baseball. To me, he's the yes guy for Hal. So I'm with you there, Steven. I mean, yeah, I don't see the value. Like, what the hell is he doing? What is he doing? Yeah, are you kidding me? No, Mets look good. Mets look good. But I'm with you. I'm with you, Steven. Would I include Volpe in a trade? We get Olsen and chat. Nope. I don't include Volpe in any trade for anybody. I would do a lot of pieces. I mean, Peraza, Torres, and I would even involve Peraza or Dominguez. But I'm not including Volpe for anybody. Yeah, unless the return is Juan Soto, which isn't going to happen. Volpe's a no deal for me. But that's just for me, Marcel. What about you? Would you include Volpe in a trade for both of them? I would understand if some people are willing to, but I personally wouldn't. Peraza is fast. He's got an elite glove. He's a good contact hitter. He's a pretty complete player. Let the kids play. Yep, 100% daily dose. Have I ever seen? Oh, damn it! I missed it. Hang on, I'm trying to get back here. Chael Sonnen's videos are set up like you would like that. Yeah, Chael Sonnen's nuts. Yeah, Chael Sonnen's a funny dude. He was a pretty good fighter too. He was a pretty good fighter. Chael Sonnen's, he's very entertaining. I love when he goes back and forth with Conor McGregor too. I loved Hicks, Gary, Glaber, and Luke, but this is how sports work. Everyone's true. Yes, absolutely, Ryan. Yep. Everybody's time comes to a close, absolutely. And the Yankees need to accept that, and they need to keep rolling with the other teams as well, or they get left behind. Do I see a reality where they offer Gardner of the year? Yes, I do. Do I like it? No, but I do. I'm not sure Gallen Centerfield would be that bad, but he's one of the best, better defensive guys, and he's got a cannon for now. But I personally would like Seiya Suzuki there and keep Gallen left and move Hicks. Enjoy the Islanders game, Hillel, and have a great night as well, buddy. And somebody threw out a dollar here. Tyler again, bro. Number 330, 3 times the charm. You're a beast, bro. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. What do I think a trade package for Luis Castillo looks like? Gleyber Torres, Domingo Germán, and another prospect. Another prospect. Torres, Germán, and another prospect. That way you can replace the pitcher with a pitcher who's got more controllable years. You get the guy that they had wanted before, and then another prospect to goose it up a little bit. That's what mine would look like, Tyler. What about yours? What would yours look like? Samuel, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Who are the Yankees going to acquire? I think they're going to wind up acquiring Wilson Contreras and possibly Matt Olson and a pitcher. I'm less confident right now of them getting Matt Olson than I was before, but we'll see. I'm not ruling out hope just yet. Word lifer, I get it, man. I totally get it. I mean, Dominguez, the only reason I would consider Dominguez, one, because he's a prospect and he's still young and he's far away from the majors, but if you can get Olson and a pitcher and like a Montez It makes sense to me. Plus, they're getting a guy, Brandon Maillet. Well, they're projected to get a guy, Brandon Maillet, who's going to be just a Dominguez plus. He's the #1 international free agent that they're already projected to sign the following year. So, and there's some other guys already that are becoming pretty good outfield prospects. So, and he had regressed a little bit in the minors so far, Dominguez. So, unless he starts accelerating through the system like Volpe, I would consider moving him. If he starts moving up like Volpe, then he becomes off limits for me. I heard rumor of Voit and Glaber for Olsen. Yeah, I've heard that, Chris. I've heard that. No doubt about it. I would do that. Hirsch, I mean, if there's any way you can get Olsen, Montez, and Sean Murphy, yeah, you're going to give Dominguez, you're going to give Voit, you're going to give Torres, you're going to give Peraza, you're going to give, and probably 2 pitching prospects too. To get those 3. That's going to be like a 6 for 3 deal. Maybe 7 for 3. But if you get those 3 back, I mean, the Yankees will be golden for quite a while. And that definitely justifies adding Dominguez to that trade. The reason the A's didn't move anyone before the lockout is because they were. Yeah, I don't think the salary floor is going to be agreed upon, though, by the union, Kyle. So, but I can see why they'd be worried about it. So until it actually becomes official that it's no, I'll be worried about it too. So no doubt. But I think they're also, they want to wait this out to get teams to more teams to jump in the bidding and get somebody to bite and have a massive overpay too, which is it's their right to do. So other teams do that as well. So I'm not surprised. And yeah, exactly. Can't let Suzuki go to the Red Sox especially after they moved Hunter Renfroe to the Brewers and brought Jackie Bradley back. It's an open spot in the outfield for the Boston. Suzuki would feast on the Green Monster. He's a Red Sox fan? Oh, that sucks. I didn't know that, Richard. That's a good one. Glaber, Domingo Germán, Voit for Castillo and Votto. I would try to get Winker in return instead of Votto, but unless the Reds are going to eat a chunk of Votto's money, I avoid Votto. Even though he's still pretty solid. If you can get them to eat a chunk of his money, then okay. I miss Tanaka too. He was a solid man. People are letting a 17-year-old's first season in Pro Bowl affect their assessment of Dominguez too much. The tools are still there. Yeah, exactly where I left. I mean, it's the only way I'm moving Dominguez is for a monster package. So, but again, I hope he accelerates the way Volpe is. I mean, he's young. It was his first year of Pro Bowl. 2020 was wiped out because of COVID, so he did lose some time. But then so did a lot of other players as well. So. But his intangibles are there, and I hope that he progresses and progresses and progresses. So, Raven Poe, long shot with the Yankees. Yeah, if I'm trading with the White Sox, I want it to be for Aaron Bummer, not Lance Lynn. But maybe they could get him. There's a chance. Yeah, exactly, Daily Dose. I agree with that. It's got to be for a haul if you give it. And remember, Dominguez isn't their #1 prospect. Volpe is. So, and there's only like probably 2 or 3 players in baseball who I would give up Dominguez for. Is the Cuban player of the Yankees linked to me usually ready? No, he's still young. He's only 17, Brandon Maillet, so he's years behind, but he's already his stat charts are through the roof. So, and I can see why. Lorenzo, I got him out of here. Yep. I got him out of here. Yeah, but that absolutely, I'm not going to tolerate that stuff, Lorenzo. That type of stuff's not going to be tolerated here, man. Word lifer. Dominguez or Volpe untouchable. I just wouldn't trade him. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trade Dominguez for just Matt Olson. I would trade Dominguez for Olson and Sean Murphy, in my opinion. So it has to be more than just Olson. Not giving up like 8 years of control for 2 years of control of a guy. I'm just not doing it. Udall, thank you, brother. Wednesday night, we'll have another live stream Wednesday night before Christmas, and we could maybe toast the holidays and whatnot, and then we'll go to the following Monday to celebrate, and the following Wednesday to celebrate the new year. Greetings. Dominican Republic is in the house, man. Beautiful. Welcome, DR. Welcome. What do I think will be the future CBA? Just spitballing. Universal DH, 1 year to free agency sooner. Probably a $230 to $240 million payroll threshold. And human umpires, not robotic umpires. Those would be the four main components for me, Steven. What about you for the CBA? Many people view Roderick Arias as slightly below where Dominguez was at his age, but yeah, and Arias is already projected to kind of be like he's up there. They're comparing him to Wander Franco, so that's not a bad comparison. Not a bad comparison. He's expected to trade. To be signing with the Yankees in January, so we'll see. Hope so. I hear you, Word Lifer. I hear you. Yeah, those are two very valuable prospects. The return's got to be good. But again, at the end of the day, I hope both of them pan out here and stay here. So I hope they pan out and stay here. If you can get Olsen without giving them up, I'm all for it. Quad lifting and relief switching. Yeah, yes, exactly, Michael. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Dominguez, Peraza, and Herman for Juan Soto. Dominguez, Peraza, and Herman for Juan Soto. That's a trade I would do for Juan Soto. So, mm-hmm. Most definitely. Barkio 97. Olsen, DJ, Peraza, Chapman, and Contreras is a solid infield loaded with defense and content. Yes, it is. Yes, it is 97, no doubt. I would not be offended at all with that infield. Not at all. Hello, Albania. What's happening? Albania's in the house. Welcome. Well, exactly, D-Rod. Exactly. Prospects. There's a lot of prospects that didn't pan out with the Yankees. So, and there's a chance you can get a superstar. Then you're going to have to give up something that's going to hurt. So, but we'll see. Sometimes you won't see them this early, Daily Dose, on those things yet because they haven't had much exposure. And he's still young. He's just turning 17. So his projections from scouts are off the charts. So won't be in MLB pipelines yet. But he is already projected. He could come this year. And that's another reason why you don't really see them because he's not projected to come this year. He's already said he's waiting till next year. So you'll see him pop up soon on a lot of these charts. Dominguez, Volpe, Glaber for Soto. I would probably, I don't know if I would do Dominguez and Volpe in the same trade. You might be able to get, it's Juan Soto, so. Oy. That's a tough one, Butters. That's a tough one. Montez has crazy high upside, so I would be all over Montez. I like Frankie Montez. He'd be a clear-cut number 2 here. And they need a clear-cut number 2, no doubt about it. Yanks are going to find a difficult role trading. These names would be. Oh, there's no doubt about it. There's going to be a bidding war for Olsen and those pitchers. There's going to be a bidding war for a lot of guys. Even Luis Castillo, even Wilson Contreras. There'll be some guys the Yankees are going to have to compete. Some teams will have to compete for these guys. Chop 362. There's no doubt about it. So I agree with you 100%. Absolutely, Billy. We want the prospects to make good and pan out. The Yankees were very fortunate to have a lot of them pan out in the 90s at the same time. Really, really fortunate. That generally doesn't happen. But if it happens again, fantastic. Hopefully there's another dynasty. Cashman should watch the live feed. You might like I appreciate that, Michael. That'd be pretty cool. If there's any way we can get Cashman on one of these videos, that'd be freaking awesome. Offer story at 30. So we could do that, Richard, but there's a maximum contract amount you can give in the minor leagues. for a minor league signing. You'd have to give him a monster signing bonus. So it'd probably have to be whatever it is, $100,000 and then a $29.9 million signing bonus to get him here. But if he'd come here on a minor league deal right now to lock him up, I would do it. I would do it. The 98 team was legendary. The most realistic pitcher out there the Yankees can trade off, probably Sean Manaea. Probably Sean Manaea or maybe Zach Gallen from the Diamondbacks. Castillo, I'm not sure how realistic he is at this point. Yeah, Hicks could be a good fourth outfielder. I just don't see him the starting center fielder anymore, Richard. And I think I agree with you too, Ola. I think Correa is kind of just using the Yankees to drive up the price elsewhere. So I'd rather keep him as the villain, just keep beating him. So, and exactly, we can have multiple holes filled with that money. If you're going to spend $300 million plus, spread it around on a bunch of guys. Chop, peace, brother. Thank you. I'll wrap it up in a little bit too. So not to keep you too long on a Saturday night here. Always trade prospects for proven players. I'm kind of a similar opinion, especially superstar proven players. So, exactly, Daily Dose. That's what I meant. I mean, that's what he's expected to sign an international class. So, generally, they are not included on these lists until, and they've already confirmed that he's not signing in this class, that he's going to sign in the next one, which is another reason why you're not going to see a lot of his data yet. Oakland's about to rebuild their farm. Yeah. Oakland can get a haul for these guys. They can have, after if they trade a bunch of these guys, they can get a top 5 farm system after this. Olsen and Suzuki or Rizzo and Reynolds? To me, Olsen and Suzuki, I think. Because we wouldn't have to give up as much for Olsen as we would Brian Reynolds. And then Suzuki would be, I think, a good addition to this team. One lefty, one righty. As much as I love Brian Reynolds, I think it's just going to cost way too much. D-Rod. Infiltrate. Yeah, I know the stink of the Meffin. I know. I get it, man. I talk to everybody, Nick. Everybody. And I don't discriminate against fans, but this is a Yankee fan majority channel. So, and I make that clear. But again, I don't leave people out either. But you might get your chops busted by some Yankee fans, so just expect it. Expect it. As long as everybody's cool to each other, it's all good. A little ripping is nothing wrong with a little ripping. So, I would love for another 90 type year too, Billy. Oh, God. Just be amazing. That team was relentless. That team wasn't losing no matter what. They were not losing that World Series. I don't mind trading a shortstop prospect since and the Yankees, that's where the Yankees are most deep, get Mo Bob, somewhere you're there. So they have ridiculous depth at the shortstop position, and they keep adding to it. Roderick Arias is going to be another one this offseason, which will make it easier to trade somebody like Oswald Peraza. So, and they could have somebody like an Oswaldo Cabrera be a super utility guy. If they happen to move Torres in a trade somehow for a pitcher or for Olsen, and then you have DJ at second, you're going to need a super utility guy. And Oswaldo Cabrera is young, but he's real good. He's really good. So, and he's got a crazy good bat. Cashman has to make the right deal. Yeah, that's what see. I'm with you there too. I think analytics is kind of preventing him from making some better deals. So I wish they weren't so reliant on it. So imagine that signing Correa. Yeah, unfortunately, Correa would never do something like that because he's going to get that guaranteed money and all that stuff. He's going to get. Imagine $300 million signing bonus. Oh my God. Wouldn't the D-backs command the package and a half for a gallon? They'll demand a lot, Michael. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. But, if you can get a trade for like Gallon and Carson Kelly, their catcher, that's a worthwhile blockbuster trade, in my opinion. And again, but yeah, we justifiably a high cost. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So, and I think some perspective to keep in mind too, that the Yankees are wise to invest now because, Garrett Cole has an opt-out after 2024. And if they're not going to build a team around him to really take advantage of his prime years, don't be surprised if he exercises that opt-out and doesn't come back. Don't be surprised. So now's the time to surround him with some more pitching weapons and just a better team so they can win a damn World Series while he's here, when Judge is here, when Stanton's here. Let's get a World Series for these guys. I mean, really. Pereira does make them. Yes, he does. And then so would this kid, Brandon Maia, if they bring him in too, if he keeps progressing. So, but yeah, Pereira is a good-looking prospect. Good looking. They have a lot of good-looking shortstop prospects. So, Void to Milwaukee for Kane. I would avoid Kane, Lorenzo, just at this point because he's 35 and he makes like $18 million. And it wouldn't make sense to trade Void for him. If you can get like Willie Adams or a relief pitcher or somebody like that, or I would do that. But yeah, I mean, Kareem just wouldn't have a fit here. And he would essentially be assuming $18 million and then not getting as much value back because he's also a shell of his former self. So, but I could see Voit going to Milwaukee just for somebody else. But then again, you never know what the Yankees are going to do. I would have liked Lorenzo Cain like 5 years ago, but he's not as good as he was before, unfortunately. So I still like him, but he's just 5 years ago would have been much better. It's a combination, I think. Analytics isn't the only issue. It's over-reliance on analytics at the expense of a lot of other components is an issue. And on the flip side, too. It's got to be a combination of analytics and experience and instincts and human element. There's got to be a balance. And unfortunately, there's not with the Yankees right now. So, just, and they still have their team is not constructed the way that it should be to be able to beat these younger, more athletic teams. So that's the other part. And analytics doesn't always fix that. Tyler, bro, thank you again, dude. Merry Christmas to you, too. Your Castillo trade. Castillo for Torres, Oswald, Gomes, Herman. That'd be quite a bit for Castillo. That's an aggressive return. Let me get that again. Glaber, Oswald, Gomez, and Herman. Would you do Torres, Gomez, and Herman and leave Oswald out of it? Or can we get somebody back with Castillo for that package? I think I need one more player, whether it's a top prospect or Amir Garrett. Can we get Amir Garrett with Castillo for the bullpen for those four guys? I'm much more willing to do that, Tyler. That would be my counter proposal for your trade. I like your trade. It's very aggressive, though. What do you think of that, Tyler? What do you think of that? But thank you again. Don't hype and love for you, bro. You're the man, dude. You're a beast. I hope Cole doesn't opt out. DM23. I really hope not. Void for Aspie. Yeah, if he's straight. Yeah, Tyler. Yes, sir. With the Brewers, yeah. Boone is a puppet. Yes, he is. Yes. I agree, too. I mean, the Joe Girardi managing thing panned out. That panned out. But Aaron Boone has, they've had some good years, but there's still a lot of things that they need to do. They need to give more experience on this team, too. And they need to stop kind of hamstringing him and stop relying so much on certain components. And still not the right, and they need Cashman to be able to be Cashman. He's definitely not be Cashman. So if the Reds will do that. Tyler, you think the Reds will do Garrett and Castillo for the four guys you recommended? 1998 team is one of the best Yankees team in history, there's no doubt about it. Gio, Rivera, Williams, Posada, and Pettit. I agree with that, Kyle. 5 potential Hall of Famers. I agree. Michael, 100%. That's the other thing, too. Getting a Carlos Rodon, I think they'd be better off getting somebody like Wilson Contreras, who would just be better for him as a pitcher. And the other guys as well. The Yankees are stacked in relief pitching. They're stacked. Exactly, Dale. You need a balance of saber. You need a balance of experience, instincts, common sense. You need it has to be a balance. Oh. Pablo Lopez, yes, he is. Yes, he is. 97. He's a guy. I mean, that's a guy you would move Sanchez and some prospects to the Marlins for, no doubt. Or even Boyd, or even Torres, or that'd be a good one. Merry Christmas to you, DM23. We are here on Wednesday night if you're around, so we'll do a little shorter on Wednesday now. I'm gonna be wrapping up in a couple minutes too. But every time Boone says we're about to turn the corner, Mafia crew has to take a shot. Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you there. We're gonna have to leave the gun and take the cannoli type of thing. I'm with you there, bro. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. I'm with you. Yeah, man. Taryn, yeah. I hate when he says that. It's like, oh, God. Speaking of taking the shots, I am going to do a shot in your honor on Wednesday. So if anybody else wants to do a shot to toast the holidays, we'll do that. And so I'm looking forward to that one. What if the Mets win a championship before us? That would suck. It would suck. But they're definitely trying to. I can't fault them for that. They're definitely trying to. We definitely revolt. See, Bill, you make a great point. Okay. Not against analytics. I think it's great, but if the Dodgers rely on it, Kirk Gibson would have not gotten that at bat in the World Series. 100% in that moment would have not happened. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Nick. Well, let's go Mets and let's go Yankees, Nick. So, but peace, man. Happy holidays if I don't see you on Wednesday. Let Higgy catch Rodon. Higgy's pretty underrated. He is, but he's nothing more than me at this point more than a backup either. But if they can get Wilson Contreras, I would do Wilson Contreras and Higgy more than Sanchez and Higgy. Butters. But I totally see what you mean, too. Should the Yankees flirt with the idea? Yeah, I mean, I would, JT. And again, he can play some first. He can play some outfield. He can play some third. And then, but that's under the, to me, under the assumption that either Gio is going to be the stopgap shortstop because Peraza or something like that was traded to Oakland, or Gio was traded in a trade for somebody, and you have somebody like Oswald Peraza playing shortstop this year. Those are kind of the two conditions in which entertaining bringing on Bryant. But I would not. I mean, I think he should be entertained because he's a stud player. I think I think he would play well here. I like his versatility. If a guy I'd like to see the Yankees get a trade for the White Sox, Garrett Crotchet. Yeah. Big lefty, throws hard and is legit. Crotchet, yeah. Yeah, Michael Mazza. Jesse Winker and a Castillo. If you can do Winker and Castillo, I'd be open to that. I would be open. I would definitely be open to that. I think he'd feast off the damn right field porch here. There's no doubt. 4 stats in baseball with the word bacon in them. Interesting fact of the night. Bacon, X-Bacon, W-O Bacon, and X-W-O Bacon. I like it. I like it, Daily Dose. I like the education here, man. That's good. That's good. I like it, buddy. I like it. Salute, Hirsch. Same, Chris. Same to you. Merry Christmas. Have a great night. Leave the gun, bring the cannoli, right? Right? You remember that from The Godfather? That was like one of the best scenes ever. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah. Yeah. And they also mentioned that in the movie You Got Mail, which is one of my wife's favorite movies. That's why I know. Because Tom Hanks is talking about The Godfather. And Meg Ryan's like, what? He's like, what? You know The Godfather? That's a great scene, too. But The Godfather, in my top 10 movies of all time, The Godfather is in that at the very top. So there's no doubt about it. It's hard to not love The Godfather. I like one better than 2, but they're both in my top 10. Nick, man, I appreciate that. As well as the shift. So I'm already talking to the shift about a potential doing something together. And Anzo, I don't know who that is, but let me take Let me take a photo of that so I can look into him. Thank you for that feedback, Nick. But the Shift and I are gonna do something together. I like his videos. It's good. He's got a good channel. Patriots, yeah, the Patriots are on fire, Lorenzo. I mean, they're a lot better than I thought it would be. He's making up sources 2 at a time. Oh God. Yeah, why is the question, Ryan? Why? What's the point? I don't get that, man. I don't get that. Why does he do that, Ryan? Who remembers the great pitching rotation of Stoudemire, Stam, Fritz? Wow. Gitmo brought us back. I like it. Good rotation. And their sidekicks, their wives, I mean, outstanding. I love it. 97 George would not have. Hirsch, yep. Yeah, like personally, I don't value singles higher than walks. But one of the main reasons why is because singles count towards your batting average and walks do not. So they count the same way towards your on base percentage, but not towards your batting average. So, and I'm with you there too. Analytics to make teams massively overpay 200 hitters, and that's one of the parts of analytics that I don't like. Something like Swan Angle. I don't really care about that stuff. When are you going to host a Yankee game for the 161 Mafia? That's a good idea, JT. That's a good idea. I'll do one this year. All meet at the Blue. That would be awesome, actually, if a bunch of us went up there. And that would be a lot of fun. That'd be like I bring the damn the stick, the pogo with the phone and record us. That would be kind of dope and make a video out of it. It's not a bad idea. Bassett will be traded, I think. Yes. Kevin Bacon. You just brought me back to Footloose, man. An insignificant fact of the day for horror fans. In the original Friday the 13th, Kevin Bacon was in it. He was killed. Got a spike right through his throat where he was bleeding on the bed. One of the best kills. So that's the insignificant fact of the night. Michael, merry and happy to you as well, sir. Likewise, man. Happy holidays. Yeah. Stephen writing. I'm glad they kept writings. I'm very glad they kept writings. So, peace, Jason. Thank you as always, brother. Godfather 3. Yeah, I mean, there's some relevant parts to The Godfather. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I did 1. I enjoyed 1 more than 2 and 2 more than 3. But I get what you're saying. If they get Winker, I'm open to trading. Yes, I am too, Tyler. I am too. Yeah, I didn't like that. Tom Hagen wasn't in Godfather 3. That's the thing. I loved him. I love Tom Hagen. So Robert Duvall. Telling me not to make jokes about something that just makes me wonder. Well, I'm with you, Ryan. I know what you mean. I know. And I'm also with you here, Ryan, too. It would make sense to deal for Soto if you didn't plan on resigning. You can use some of the prospects that you would get in a Judge trade to try to flip over to it for a Soto, and you'd have to add some more of your own. That's kind of the only way I would do it, too. Trivia question. There's only been 3 guys to ever start as shortstop in the major leagues at the age of 18. Who are they? A-Rod. That's a good question. It's a good question, 97. A-Rod, I think, is one of them. Christmas Story, I love. Hola. Home Alone, love it. I can only think of A-Rod. Who are the other 2? I kind of do agree, D-Rod. Cardinals National version. I kind of agree. Yeah. I don't think Robin Yount was one of them, no. I don't think that's Lorenzo Kane here. If it is, I'd be surprised. I'd be pretty excited at the same time if Lorenzo Kane was actually in on our live stream. It'd be kind of cool. Yankees got Winker and he struggles. I can see a headline in the post Winker this thing. Oh, I could definitely see that. That's creative, Gitmo. I like that. A-Rod, Yount, and Tony LaRue. Wow. I liked Robin. Really? That's a good one, 97. A-Rod, Robin Yount, and Tony LaRussa. I did not know that. Good one. It's a Wonderful Life, the greatest Chris. That's another one. Christmas Vacation. We watched that last night. Jeter, I think, came up when he was like 20 or 21. I know A-Rod was definitely one of them. Lethal Weapon, Christmas movie. Die Hard, but I think Lethal Weapon's better than Die Hard in terms of Christmas movie. Christmas Story, I love. My wife really loves Elf. I enjoy Elf too. Good Christmas movies. Maybe we'll do some Christmas trivia on Wednesday night and movie trivia Wednesday night. I'm going to have some ready for you. Both of them. Right, Nick? Lethal Weapon, right? Right? Good Christmas movie, man. Love it. Somebody agree? Watched Elf. I watched Elf yesterday with my daughter. Die Hard, another one. Yeah. Which stat do you use for pitching when estimating next season's ERA? Any movie that had Carl Winslow in it. Well, yeah. Ryan, I met Carl Winslow at a Broadway show. One of the coolest guys ever. He's a really friendly guy. Reginald Vell Johnson. But dude, I mean, if it had him and the Twinkie, man, they helped save Nakatomi Towers. I don't think he would have been able to been so as helpful without the Twinkie. The Twinkie gave him the fuel he needed to be valuable for Bruce Willis. So I got to give points to the Twinkie. I really do. Ryan, I have to. I mean, yeah, the Twinkie played a role, man. Twinkie played a role. Robin Yount's a stud. Tyler. Uncle Eddie, baby. Yeah. Uncle Eddie. Oh, my God. Yeah. Home Alone 2, another good one. I just saw that the other day, too. Apollo Creed. I saw Rocky 2 earlier. So it's like, this is what I mean. We talk about these people, and then, like, one of us has seen the movie in the last couple of days. That's why I love it. I think I agree with you, Ryan. Urkel's Time Machine. I'm going to give 50-50 credit here. Actually, one third. A third to Carl Winslow, a third to the Twinkie, a third to Urkel's Time Machine. And I gotta be fair. I gotta be partial here. Yeah. Favorite place in the Bronx to get a chopped cheese? It's a good question, Raven. I don't know. Have I seen Rocky 4, the director's cut? I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. I want to see it. It's one of my favorite Rockies. Dolph Lundgren. I don't know if you noticed, but he's got like multiple PhDs. He graduated MIT. He's also like a 3rd or 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo and another martial art. He's actually a super duper freak athlete and a super smart guy in real life. Dolph Drago. Best pizza in New York. Does anyone have issues with the stance? I haven't tried it, but I'm going to need to try it. And the borough of Brooklyn has ridiculously good pizza. The last time I saw the game at the All-State was Billy's Bar across the street. Yeah, I think it's still there, Billy. Louis and Ernie's best pizza in the Bronx. I'm of the opinion that New York has the best pizza out there in the country. There's no doubt. No doubt. No doubt about it. Bloodsport. I don't know if you've seen my shirt, Butters. I have the Chung Lee "You Are Next" T-shirt. I wear it sometimes on a live stream. It's one of the greatest movies ever. You break my record. Now I break you like I break your friend. Chung Lee, phenomenal. Ron, what's happening, man? Funny Christmas. Wow, D. I haven't seen The Ref in like 100 years. But it was funny. Actually, you want to see a good movie with Dennis Leary? Go watch Judgment Night. He's in that, and Everlast from House of Pain's in it. Jeremy Piven's in it. Like, that's a really good movie. Really good movie. I did Hirsch. Yeah, he was dating. He married Bridget Nielsen for a little while. He also married. No, I'm saying Bridget Nielsen was also in the movie Cobra, who he was protecting in that movie. So they did 2 movies together. Do I have a favorite stat for predicting next season's ERA? Nope. Health. They have to be healthy. There is no metric that makes it even practical to predict somebody's ERA, in my opinion. Next season, health is the key. Got to be healthy. That's the only stat that makes everything else relevant. Kickbox is another great one, Butters. Another great one. Jean-Claude Van Damme, yeah, he's a good dude, man. Kickboxer was great. He's done a lot of good movies. I watched Double Impact the other day. I watched Death Warrant the other day. He does a lot of stuff. Hola, right? Look, so somebody's seen it. Like my video on putting an apple pie on the Big Mac. That's some epic shit. Okay, I eat a Big Mac once a year. I'm pretty health conscious, and I don't really drink and very much, hardly at all. But I work out fanatically. But a long time ago, and I love Big Macs. And again, I eat it once a year. But I also love apple pie. So I'm like, I wanted to be as lazy as possible. So I bought two Big Macs, cut the apple pie in half, put the apple pie in the Big Mac, ate it. It is a life-changing experience. If you want something that's going to impact you forever, do that one time. I swear. That one right there, Ola, changed the game for me. Changed the game. It was phenomenal. I'm glad you liked it, though. It was like a 30-second video, but it was epic, man. It was epic. Oh, my God. You just brought me back to it. I thank you for I have to watch it now. I have to watch it. Drago has more lines than I say. I have to watch the director's cut now. I gotta watch it. I also watched Creed 2 the other day. Jameson Tyone, Ron. So I mean, there was something on him today. There's no clear timeline as to when he's going to come back. He's projected to come back in May. I think he's going to come back in probably June or maybe even later. And this is an Achilles, issue. So it tends to me. I remember when Ryan Howard tore his Achilles, he missed the whole year. So, we don't really know. I'm hoping that he comes back. I'm not a fan of exit FIP. I don't really care about them I don't care about the metrics. I don't. I'm very organic when it comes to the baseball and stuff like that. And there's no stat that can accurately predict your ERA for the next year. Just next year is completely different. Playing different players, you cannot be healthy. So none of those metrics are really that reliable, unfortunately. So, but that's just me. That's just me. I don't want to take the human effect out of the game. That's why I don't really rely on those stats too much. I just don't. Hola, I'm telling you, it's a game-changing thing. It'll change your life, I swear. And again, I do it once a year, but I enjoy the living hell out of it. I don't care if I'm in a toilet bowl for a day and a half. It is phenomenal. And Ola, you and I should do a video together, a collaboration where we'll do it at the same time. And we'll just watch each other's enjoyment. And then I'll put it on the channel. It'll be phenomenal. The Last Starfighter. Oh, Raven. I haven't even seen that. What is that? Favorite Christmas movie is musical Scrooge from Albert Finney. That's a good movie too, Billy. It's a good movie. Time to Kill. That's a great movie. Matthew McConaughey. I just saw him in The Lincoln Lawyer. That's a good movie too. If you haven't seen that, go watch that. You know, lots of lesser known stats which you can't find on Fangraphs. I don't even go to Fangraphs. I don't really do any of that stuff. It's just not. I don't know, it doesn't do it for me, but Daily does. I'm more old school when it comes to that type of stuff. And I'll look at it every now and then, but those crazy metrics, they just don't do it for me. It's just, I don't know. Would I keep Sale or Weber? At this point, Sale. Judgment Night had a great Judgment. Yeah, man, D. Yes, it did. And it was a good movie too. That was a good movie. Yeah, metrics change year after year. Exactly. It's just everything changes. So no stat claims to be perfect at predicting next season's ERA, but they get into a range where it's normally between 5 points. So that's predicted. Everything goes the way that they think it's going to go. And again, but again, to each their own. Everybody has their own views on that stuff. Aaron Judge, nothing right now. Nothing right now. There's nothing close. I mean, they can't get any close right now. They can't negotiate with him. So, and all I know is he says he wants to be here. I'm not surprised by that. They say they want to keep him, blah blah blah. But they're physically not closer to an extension than they were before. So they're saying Ty should be back May or June. Yeah, exactly. And provided things go the way that they should be going, he's recovering well. So human element gets lost in. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Hold on. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not just. I like the human element. I like watching. The games where metrics weren't as prominent as they are now. But that's just me. I'd rather swallow my tongue than eat a Chicago. Yeah, now New York pizza for me, D-Rod. New York pizza, 100%. The eye test. Edgar Martinez used to do something. He used to do a drill where you have somebody, a baseball, and write a number on it, or a golf ball and write a number on it. And either through a pitching machine or somebody would have to throw it, and he would have to look and identify what number was on it while it was rotating. And that was a drill he did to help with his hand-eye coordination. That's a badass drill. And obviously worked for him. Terminator's phenomenal. Terminator's phenomenal. Dinner and dessert. Well, I'm telling you, D-Rod, if I could suggest one thing, try the Big Mac and the apple pie. It's a game changer. And again, I open up the next day just in case I'm on the toilet bowl, but it doesn't really do me that bad. But man, it is so good. You're combining awesome and awesome at the same time. It's double awesome. And I do it once a year because I know it's not the healthiest thing, but I relish it, man. I relish it. The math and logic, this makes sense to use advanced stats. I understand why people don't disagree. It can be off. And Daily, I mean, I come from a math background. I have an economics math degree. My wife has advanced math degrees. And neither one of us would utilize that stuff. Neither one of us would. But again, that's just us. I mean, so I get why people use it, and I get why people don't. So I get it. The Making of Rocky, First Drago by Sylvester Stallone on YouTube. Last Rocky comment. Search. Okay, I want to search for it, Nick, and I'm also gonna get it and see it. So, and Terminator Hershey, yeah, give me your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Do it now. Epic, absolutely epic, bro. And if you notice that scene where he comes, towards the guy's walking naked after he gets there, you see the two guys he goes after. One was Bill Paxton from Twister, and the other guy was Brian Thompson. You know who that is? The killer from the movie Cobra, the Night Stalker. Both those guys. Those are the two guys in that scene that Schwarzenegger took the clothes from. So another insignificant fact of the night. But Terminator's phenomenal, Hirsch. Phenomenal. Nashville pizza down here is like when Henry Hill's. I asked for spaghetti and marinara sauce. All they gave me was egg noodles and ketchup. Ryan, dude. I mean, that's a great comparison. Big Mac and apple pie is definitely America Daily Dose. I'm telling you. I don't know what possessed me to try it, but I'm glad it happened. And it's something I relish every single year, once per year. And again, I'm a pretty clean eater, and I'm pretty fanatical with exercise and training, and I train pretty much every day to a degree. But that stuff right there, man, phenomenal. The fan of Wesley Snipes and De Niro. Oh God, Ola, that was another one, man. Bobby! Remember he takes the knife and kills the cockroach on the door? De Niro was nuts in that. Absolutely nuts. But that's a great movie. And that's when he kills Benicio del Toro was kind of taking Wesley Snipes' spot. Yeah. I remember that, man. Jeter was 21. So was Torres when he came. Yeah. Damn, Finn, you guys are taking me back with some awesome movies. Bobby! Oh, shoot. Are the Yankees going to do any more? I think so. I think they'll make one or two more run before the lockout. I do. They need to. They need to get some more depth addressed. They do. I would. D, same to you, man. Same to you. Actually, I'll let you guys and gals go. I actually got to go do some Christmas present wrapping for our daughters anyway. I can hear my wife in the other room doing it. So 200 characters to explain my phone reasoning. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully I'm seeing you guys on Wednesday for the live stream. If I don't, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah for everybody. But I'm hoping to see you all on Wednesday night. I have a whole bunch of more videos coming out, so I hope you'll enjoy that as well. But thank you as always for coming on. And Ryan, man, good times here, baby. It's good times, man. You're the man too, bro. I appreciate you. Appreciate all of you, man. You're the best. 161 Mafia Fantasy Baseball League. I can get into that. I haven't been into fantasy baseball enough, but if we have our own, we might be able to do something here. Might be able to have some fun. But peace and love, everybody. And thank you again. You're the best. Talk to you next time. Over and out.